when two bulls fight, it is actually the grass that suffers the most. We have seen the internal dynamics of ZANU-PF also causing people even outside ZANU-PF to clash, and the latest political figures that have actually done so is Chalton Hwende, who is currently the Citizens Coalition for Change MP, who decided to actually remain within CCC under the leadership of the controversial self-made Secretary General, that is Sengizo Chabangu. When is the interim capacity of Sengizo Chabangu ending within the CCC? You see, sometimes I wonder, how will this drama, that chaos that Mnangagwa has created end? Actually, it can only end if the man is uprooted. So Chalton, when they posted something on X, of which, following what has been politically unfolding in Zimbabwe, we can tell that he was actually referring to Advocate Thabani Mpofu, who has represented Nelson Chamisa on numerous times. He has been also commenting on his social media account regarding what is politically unfolding within ZANU-PF. Greetings and welcome on your lovely channel, the Hlonipani Global News. If you're watching us for the very first time, please do remember to press the red or black subscribe button so that next time when we beam live, you become the very first one to watch us. So, Chalton, when they posted this about, it was on the 27th of September, yesterday, at around 17:28. He says, Zimbabwe's political mess has many architects, but a key group are the lawyers turned politicians. He says they are often terrible leaders because they confuse governance with legal analysis. This may also maybe be directed to Nelson Chamisa, as well as, in my view, Advocate Thabani Mpofu. He says their obsession with legal formalism while ignoring the political and economic substance and realities has been a major driver of political paralysis and a disconnect from the populace. He says, listen, to show that he was addressing Thabani Mpofu. Obert Mpofu is gone. A political decision was made. It is Thabani Mpofu, by the way, who has been actually saying, as much as Obert Mpofu is gone, but the process of actually removing him as the Secretary General was illegal. Yes, it was a process that was made, but all political processes at the end of the day has to be subjected to judicial review, especially if they are done unfairly. So I don't know what is in the mind of Chalton Hwende here. And then he goes on to say, on the third term debate, the focus should now be on mobilizing and sensitizing the masses instead of wasting time on analyzing the constitution, because eventually whatever political demands will carry the day. So let me hear the commentators, how do they comment. Someone says, hatezwara profession yenu chiko zviya yakaiteiwo panezwa muri kutaura izvi, asi pane wamaburana naye kani Mpofu. So they know that he was responding to Mpofu. Ko isuo motibatanidza papi ngaisei matambo Mpofu. And then he respond saying, ndiri kuecha pati iyi haisi yako mkwasha. You've been a politician since your student days before you became a lawyer later on. I am not talking about politicians who later became lawyers, because I also ended up studying for an LLB with UNISA. Someone says Captain Morgan was effective precisely because he wasn't a lawyer. The current leaders, however, are unwilling to accept criticism constantly defensive and seemingly afraid to direct the regime, perhaps fearing the repercussions on their legal practices. Someone says, Apa waisora mdara moken. Achimuti itofo. Sometimes, and it goes on and on. Someone says, lawyers played a big part in destroying our economy. The judicial system has been a weapon for silencing anyone who dares to go against the government. Instead of addressing the realities on the ground, lawyers only think about the law's position, reducing everything to a court case. Meanwhile, the people continue to suffer while justice is twisted to protect those in power. So this is what people were responding. I guess also Advocate Thabani Mpofu did respond. Let me go to Thabani Mpofu. There was a response exactly a few hours after that. Let me just go. I'm checking. Yes, he said, I think about 23 hours ago. He said, Muzei aite zvegango nehochi. Nyaya zebanhu bakuru asiyane nazo. Zitovo remunhu. Whoever is close to him, ngamtengere rimwe doro. So, and they put this picture full of full of alcohol, so you can see exchanges. But let me highlight something about these tweets I read. Now, to Chalton Hwende is seemingly advising Advocate Mpofu not to say anything about what is happening or happened to Obert Mpofu. Also saying a political decision was made. There is absolutely nothing that can be done, though unconstitutional as it is. I think that is what he was saying. And also, he didn't say it in a good taste because he insulted, Advocate Falkram. He insulted him. And also, that is why it was justified for Advocate Mpofu to also respond to Chalton Hwende to say, hey, you focus on your pigs. And those who are next to him, give him more alcohol. He must leave things for elders. Aside. I think that is the message he was trying to say. So it's getting interesting to see people who were once working together, close allies, now fighting. I must say, over what is unfolding in ZANU-PF, because it is of national significance and rather of national importance. People would not fold their hands and let Emmerson Tambutso Mnangagwa urinating on the constitution. At least they should stand something to prevent urine spilling to the constitution of Zimbabwe, rather than actually what Chalton Hwende is saying is she is simply saying because they remained in parliament they should, because remember, you can see the corner in which he is fighting from. You know, if 2030 goes ahead, or it's 2035 this time around, it also means Chalton Hwende is guaranteed of his job up to that particular period of time, as well as long as he continues to twerk for Sengezo Chabangu, twerk harder, not to get excited, as we have seen him some of the times getting excited, because the man may simply write a very badly written letter to the Speaker of Parliament, and the Speaker of Parliament will actually adhere to the man. Even if you hire big, very reputable lawyers, we know the judiciary system, they put judges who are actually less educated, who can be easily controlled, and most of them landing to that post by just joining this group of lawyers for it earns them a post in the judicial system of Zimbabwe. That's how chaotic actually Mnangagwa has been. And that is why we are always advocating for people to actually stand up against this nonsense and make sure it comes to an end. Thank you very much for watching us. If you are watching us for the very first time, please do remember to press the red or black subscribe button so that next time we beam live, guess what? You become the very first one to watch us. You can financially support this channel by pressing the join button and be part of our members who are the heartbeat of this channel. You can equally do so by pressing the thanks button and send us stars. Also to remember to follow my music. Look for my music in all digital platforms. You search for Hloniphani Ncube and the title of the album is Uthando Lwakhe. I'm pinning my hope on your support. Thank you very much. Again.